The World of Darkness contains tons of lore, metaplot, and actual game lines that aren't just, well, vampires. In fact, if you found the World of Darkness via Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, you may not even know about the other creatures that stalk the night, and the day, and the shadows, and the... Maybe you just picked up a copy of Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood, and you have a taste to learn more about the source material of Werewolf the Apocalypse. Or maybe you're a longtime vampire enthusiast that's ready to jump into the skin of yet another monster in the World of Darkness. Well, that's what I'm here for. This week, I'm going to claw away the surface of Werewolf the Apocalypse and give you the basics on the tribes that make up the GAROU Nation. To see if you can control your rage, roll 2d10. As with any video of this nature, information can change from edition to edition. The World of Darkness has been around for 30 years, and it's evolved and changed throughout that time. In this video, I'll attempt to give you the most up-to-date information about the tribes of Werewolf the Apocalypse via the 20th Anniversary Edition. When the 5th edition of Werewolf comes out, perhaps we'll revisit the tribes for an update video. Also, this video is not going to address rules, auspices, breeds, totems, or gifts unless they're intrinsically linked to the tribes. That said, I'm going to do my best to explain some of the unique nomenclature and vocabulary associated with the game along the way. Remember, there's no substitute for reading, but there's also a metric ton to read. So let's not waste any more time. The collective werewolf community, the GAROU Nation, is comprised of 13 tribes. Tribes are large social units generally bound together by history, geography, and culture. Each of these 13 tribes originated from a different region of the world. Much of the tribe's customs and kinfolk reflect these origins. These 13 tribes are what remain of the Western Concordat, an ancient agreement that set aside tribal differences and developed a communal society. A werewolf is not born to a specific tribe. The cub, an unproven werewolf, must prove herself worthy to be accepted by a tribe, in what's known as a rite of passage. Even if the young GAROU has a parent in a tribe, it's no guarantee that the cub will be accepted into that tribe. You could make a Hogwartsian analogy here. Just because your parents got into House Gryffindor doesn't guarantee you will. However, ancestry does play a major role in GAROU society. Abandoning your ancestry and petitioning another tribe for membership is a difficult and lengthy process that many tribal leaders find highly disrespectful. Full disclosure, I could do a video on each of these tribes. The history and lore of this setting, like most in the World of Darkness, runs deep. There are volumes of material on each tribe, and this video is only meant to wet your whistle and entice you to get out there and find more. And who knows, maybe I'll do a deeper dive in the future if folks are interested. Let me know in the comments. Originating from ancient Greece, the Furies are a matriarchal tribe dedicated to the protection of the wild. Ancient legends claim the Black Furies were created by Luna to protect the wild and punish the greatest crimes against Gaia. The Furies venerate the wild as a source of femininity, associating Gaia with other female aspects such as Luna, the crone, and Artemis. Almost exclusively female, the Black Furies only permit male metis into their tribe. Their tribal totem, Pegasus, bears a strong resentment against men, and any other male children born of Black Furies are given away to other tribes. Black Furies espouse that females are worthy of dignity, honor, and respect, though the belief of the individual members of the tribe vary greatly. Often seen as men-hating militant feminists, the Black Furies see themselves as honorable protectors, viewing men as equals and nothing more. Martial traditions make the Furies feared defenders against the Wyrm, unwilling to bend a knee to tyrants of the Wyrm's evil. At the very bottom of the food chain, amongst the dregs of society, you'll find the bone gnawers. While the other tribes look at the bone gnawers like the muck scraped from their boots, These GAROU survive within the very heart of humanity. Scrounging and scavenging at the lowest rung of human and werewolf culture, the Bone Gnawers fight passionately for the underdogs. Tribal origins are believed to stretch back to North Africa and India, but the bedraggled patchwork tribe have long since stopped keeping track of their ancestry. Bone Gnawers follow the movements and expansions of humanity, always living on the refuse and the detritus, and forging a sense of self-reliance along the way. Bone Gnawers' septs tend to be more democratic in nature than those of other tribes. When you've hit the bottom of society, the Bone Gnawers believe, everyone should be treated equally. Elders are often addressed as mother or father, emphasizing the familial nature of respect and esteem these GAROU are held in. Spiritually, the Bone Gnawers adopt rites and rituals remarkably close to human practices, which many tribes find bizarre. Shrines to deceased celebrities or rites venerating human sporting events are not uncommon. Their totem, the rat, represents the maternal urge for survival at all costs. In times before recorded history, a great war called the IMPERGIUM swept across the earth. GAROU tribes culled the mortals and fought against each other in bloody, legendary, and horrific battles. It was out of this all-out war that disaffected outsiders banded together to form their own tribe, pleading for an end to the conflict. These peacemakers who were able to bring an uneasy end to the death and destruction now call themselves the Children of Gaia. They're renowned for their fairness and even-handed nature, even while many shun their pacifism. The Children of Gaia focus much less on leadership and hierarchy, often forming loose pacts and septs. Each sept is led by 2 elder GAROU who mediate disputes, 1 female and 1 male. The female elder is known as the voice of the goddess, and the male is the arm of the goddess. Steeped in Celtic tradition, legend, and lore, the FIANNA trace their origins to Western Europe and the British Isles. Celebrated for their storytelling, bardic tradition, and hard-partying reputation, the FIANNA tend to be the most extroverted GAROU. The FIANNA rarely miss an opportunity to let loose or tell a grand tale. It would be a mistake to discount the FIANNA as nothing more than drunkards and fools. The tribe has spawned many great warriors whose love of battle would rival any Get of FENRIS. Their tribal totem, the stag, embodies 3 virtues: hospitality, generosity, and bravery, which the FIANNA believes sets them apart from the other tribes of the GAROU nation. In modern nights, the FIANNA find themselves intertwined in the politics of their kinfolk. This has caused a rift within the tribe that is only starting to mend at the beginning of the 21st century. Born out of Norse mythology, the Get of FENRIS are warriors amongst warriors. Savage, fearless, and without mercy, the Get of FENRIS see themselves as the heroes of the apocalypse. Other tribes, however, see them as a twisted representation of Norse mythology. Sometimes shocked by the savagery and violence of the Get, GAROU from other tribes are often disturbed by their lack of compassion. Get of FENRIS do not give respect easily, but those who earn it will find the tribe incredibly loyal. Strength, honor, and courage are held in the highest regard by the Get. Those unable or unwilling to meet the tribe's standards will find themselves lacking a powerful ally in battle. In modern nights, the Get of FENRIS have struggled against their history of sexism, bigotry, and racism. While the elitism of the tribe has been responsible for many ills, the Get have also been responsible for true heroes in the fight against the Wyrm. In fact, the Get of FENRIS see themselves as embodying loyalty, sacrifice, and mastery over their own rage, ensuring the tribe stands boldly where others would retreat. An abnormality of the GAROU nation, the Glasswalkers embrace the technological advances of humanity. Derided by the other tribes, the UMBRA, or the Tainted Ones, have evolved with humanity. While their reputation among the other tribes is lacking, the Glasswalkers see it as a small price to pay for the advantages they gain from humanity. Throughout their history, the tribe has used several different names as they've adapted to their role of monitors of humanity. In ancient times, the Warders of Men inhabited the areas of the Middle East. As great civilizations rose and spread, the Warders of Men followed. By the Dark Ages, the City Warders, as they were now often referred to, interwove themselves into the churches of men, merging human beliefs with their worship of Gaia. Human religion also offered the Warders protection from the powerful Cainites, or vampires, that ruled the cities behind the scenes. By the Industrial Revolution, the tribe were known as the Iron Riders, embracing the rapidly growing technology of men. The Iron Riders devoted their efforts to reducing the damage this growth caused the natural world. Today, the Glasswalkers take their name from the massive skyscrapers that jut from the landscape of human cities. These warders keep the same outlook about their purpose, but their tools and methods are forever changing and advancing. Their totem, the cockroach, embodies adaptation and survival. The ever-evolving Glasswalkers take this concept seriously. Almost exclusively lupus-born, or those born of the GAROU wolf breed, the Red Talons see humanity as a blight upon the earth. Their hatred for humanity is extreme, to the point where Red Talons refuse to mate with humans or adopt Homid cubs into their tribe. Members of the tribe express their aversion for humans in different ways. Some Red Talons simply shun humanity and Homid GAROU, while others wish for the return to the IMPERGIUM and the wholesale slaughter of mankind. It is important to note the Red Talons are not just wolves. The Red Talons are GAROU, werewolves, possessing sophisticated minds, language, tools, and traditions. They are capable of logic and reason and can emulate the ways of man as a necessity. The Talons believe that each werewolf consists of two parts, the wolf heart and the human mind. To them, the wolf heart is pure, genuine, and natural, of Gaia, while the human mind is filled with desire, greed, and mercy. While the tribe believe that the human mind can be realized and understood by any GAROU, the wolf heart is instinctual to the lupus, and no human can ever understand it. The Red Talons seem to be a tribe on decline. While their lupine perspective is especially important to the GAROU nation, their extreme ideology against humanity causes many to fear their eventual fall to the Wyrm. This, coupled with their mating restrictions, have instigated the tribe's dwindling numbers in modern times. Cunning and manipulative, the Shadow Lords engage in ruthless political competition within the GAROU nation. Often seen as dishonorable, cruel, and untrustworthy, the Shadow Lords are willing to do what others are not to succeed. With origins in Eastern Europe, the Shadow Lords have ruled through merciless fear since the IMPERGIUM. As ambitious as they are cruel, the Shadow Lords find just as much competition from within the tribe as they do from without. The Shadow Lords value brains above brawn. This is not to say that the Shadow Lords are not great warriors. On the contrary, Shadow Lords create warriors of cunning and mental shrewdness to defeat their adversaries. The Shadow Lords are a tribe of strict hierarchy. Their totem, Grandfather Thunder, demands nothing less. Alphas are typically controlling lords, wielding ultimate authority over their minions. Always moving, never settling in one place for long, the Silent Striders are believed to have origins in the Middle East and Egypt. Taking the role of scouts and information brokers, the Silent Striders have a reputation for being aloof and pragmatic. In times of antiquity, legends tell of the tribe being cursed by an ancient vampire and driven from their homeland and spiritual ancestors. This curse forces them to wander until the end of days, forever hounded by this terrible burden. The Silent Striders are often regarded with mistrust by other tribes, simply because they avoid running in packs. More so than any other tribe, the Silent Striders hold a deep hatred for vampires, likely related to this ancient slight. In fact, it's even more extraordinary to see multiple Striders in the same place. The Silent Striders rarely defend any territory and have the least cairns, a type of communal home, of any tribe. Because of their wandering natures, the tribe lack any discernible hierarchical structure. Striders often communicate by leaving hints of their passage, be it through glyphs, graffiti, or mysterious signs. When they do gather, it's often due to chance or happenstance, or grand moots, which they all try to attend, the wandering nature of the tribe extends beyond the material plane. Unique among the tribes, the Silent Striders have forged relations with the restless spirits of the dead, a relationship many tribes find disquieting. The King of Kings, the Alpha tribe, the first among many, the Silverfangs descend from GAROU nobility. The legends of the Silverfangs trace their origins back to the progenitor wolf itself and the heart of the Russian homeland. The greatness of the tribe is said to come from GAIA herself, naming the wolf with the white coat the leader of all tribes. More than any other tribe, the Silverfangs are obsessed with tradition and purity of the blood. This obsession, many other GAROU believe, has caused a creeping madness to pervade the tribe. It's not uncommon for the Silverfangs to be accused of inbreeding, as feeble-minded leaders lose themselves to aristocratic minutiae. For the Silverfangs, however, they see the mantle of leadership as the actual purpose of the tribe. Nobility is not necessarily a right or a privilege, but it's the reason the tribe exists. While some Fangs rule with heroism and honor, others demand respect through fear and privilege. In modern nights, the future of the Silverfangs is uncertain. While many still acknowledge the Silverfangs' claim of leadership, strength, and nobility, others see them as a mere figurehead. As the apocalypse edges ever closer, many tribes quietly fear that the Silverfangs will fail to keep the GAROU nation united against the Wyrm. Misunderstood and contradictory, the Stargazers seek to find balance in the existence of the GAROU. The Stargazers pursue the path of action through inaction, choosing pacifism over violence. This position of peace, enlightenment, and balance causes much disdain from other tribes, seeing them as unwilling to fight the Wyrm. This assertion, however, lacks the wisdom that the Stargazers seek in enlightenment. Understanding, patience, and focus are the traits exemplified by the tribe. Even their way of fighting, Kalindo, is influenced by this adaptability and flexibility. While this small tribe strives to be at peace and in balance with all things, they understand that enlightenment is a journey and not a destination. After all, the GAROU are creatures with great rage. For every new vista, there's a chance to backslide, and the Stargazers grapple with this danger constantly. In time immemorial, 3 tribes of the GAROU settled in the lands of North America. Older brother, the UKTENA, middle brother, the Croatan, and little brother, the Wendigo. After crossing the Bering Strait, these tribes adopted the name Pure Ones because they worked to maintain the purity of this new land. The Pure Ones' beliefs and practices varied greatly from their European counterparts. They taught their kin to live in harmony with Grandmother, Gaia, binding and sealing banes, and driving off creatures of the Wyrm. These ideological differences would be a major source of conflict when the so-called Wyrmbringers began settling in the New World, and would ultimately lead to the destruction of middle brother, the Croatan. One of the original tribes known as the Pure Ones, the UKTENA were lore masters of the Pure Lands, the Americas, prior to the arrival of the Europeans. Known as older brother in the Pure Lands, the UKTENA, along with the Wendigo and Croatan, protected the territories against the Wyrm. The arrival of the Wyrmbringers, the European GAROU, to the Americas brought with it many conflicts and misunderstandings. Tragedy, distrust, and destruction have molded the relationship between the UKTENA and the European tribes. The sacrifice of the Croatan shook the UKTENA to their core, leaving only little brother Wendigo as their true ally in the war against the Wyrm. Seeking a return to the old ways, the Wendigo often find themselves in conflict with the European tribes of the GAROU nation. Much like the UKTENA, the Wendigo's relationship with the Western tribes remains tenuous to this day. The tribe is singular in their passionate hatred for the Wyrm, so much so that they've actually alienated themselves from their closest allies Big Brother, and the Red Talons. Comprised of primarily tribal people descended from Native Americans, the Wendigo limit their ties to other tribes. While the Wendigo remain nominal members of the Garou Nation, they make it abundantly clear that it's an association of necessity, and the wounds of history bleed to this day. Thanks for watching my very first Werewolf the Apocalypse video. If you're new to the setting, I hope this video inspires you to dig deeper into the rich metaplot of the game line. Was this an in-depth look at Werewolf? Not even close. There's so much information about the tribes, I've just barely scratched the surface. If you want more Werewolf the Apocalypse information, let me know. What would you like me to cover next? Is there a game you want me to discuss or that you want to know more about? Leave me a comment below and maybe I'll use your idea for a future video. Make sure to check out my podcast 2D10 wherever podcasts are available. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Furies are a matriarchal... This is going to be a little echoey, and that sucks. The world of darkness... You may not even know about the other creatures that stalk the night and day. So echoey in here. Shit. The world of darkness contains tons... Fuck. Garou from other tribes are frequently disturbed by the... Okay. Oh shit. That hurt. Throughout... As ambitious as they are cruel. IMPERGIUM. Because of their wandering natures, the tribe... Hierarchical structure. Hierarchical inbreeding as feeble-minded leaders lose themselves. I chat with community members... Fucking bitch.